probably admission is close to it, but it's probably the best thing that happened to innovation in the country. There are a lot of us who don't know where to learn innovation from, right? So many of us. At most, we went to a creativity program and hoped that, we become creative overnight. Or we read, a dozen De Bono books like I did and it hopefully added to some of my creativity. But here is one university, okay, where we would learn from the world's best faculty. So, well, now Sudhir has, I think, I've spoken enough. Let him now take over. Thanks, Sudhir.
I'm worried that I won't get the mic. In the sense, I don't know when was this, but I got to hear about this yesterday. So, I guess I'm going to do the opposite. I'm not going to show any nice pictures, but I'm going to talk a lot. About me being promoted to CEO, I have no objection. I hope my partners don't have any objection. I realize not many people would know about design. So I guess a little bit of introduction is required. How many of you know about art? Art? Just that many people. Art? Art? A-R-T, art? Okay. How many of you know about science? Okay. Engineering? Lovely. Design? Okay. Okay. What's the difference between art and design? Do you know? Art and design? Isn't it very similar? Okay, forget this question. See, another question which we keep talking about is creativity. You mentioned that point. I thought I'll clear some myths upfront, straight, because I'm a designer. Designers don't work for themselves. Designers always work to a brief and they try and solve some kind of problem for somebody else. So a lot of times they themselves may not be experiencing the problems, they themselves may not be the part of the solution, but they need to imagine and work that out. Art is something which somebody does for themselves. Everybody else can go to hell, it is for me. Ulta tanga hai to ulta tanga, I like it. Design is not like that. Design has to be sensitive, has to be aware, has to see what this will mean and what this will impact. It has to be something which is meaningful for a larger society. So that's the basic difference. What is creativity? Anyone? Creativity. It's such a common thing.
Sorry, Sudhir. We're going to have to shut off our mobiles, please, everybody. Yeah? Don't let them ring anytime.
Anyone? Creativity? You've heard the word creativity, right? Okay, I think I'll come back to creativity later. Magic? You know what is magic, right? Do you know what is magic? You said yes, what is magic? Can somebody just define or just explain what is magic? What is illusion? Is magic imagination? Okay.
In fact, I think it's like you mesmerize and you just don't expect the thing and you just feel like how it's not impossible and it's happening in front of you.
Right. Something impossible which is happening. Yes.
I think magic is how quickly a monthly paycheck disappears.
I didn't know you guys are so creative. See, in very boring language, magic is something which you don't understand. Right? Somebody is doing something and it happens and you're just looking and saying, how did that happen? I don't know. So that's magic for me. And all of us know magic. When our kids are small and, we 50 paise ka sikka, we can just make it disappear. And the kid says, where did that go? Magic for them, right? Because you did something and it's magic. Somebody who's practiced this a lot does that to us. So he comes and just takes something out and, magic, how did that happen? But does magic really happen? Does it exist? There's nothing called magic, right? We all know, all intelligent people would know there's nothing called magic, right? There is nothing called magic. So what is a magic? Magic is somebody has sort of become very skillful in some process which he presents to you and which you do not understand becomes magic for you. Okay? Not really manipulation. It's not manipulation because he's doing something so skillfully and so well which is outside your perception of understanding. You know, there are things you understand. So you say, oh, that's magic because I did not understand that. Right? And in very popular terms, what we understand is not magic. Clearly, right? If I pick this up and say, see, it's up here, not magic. I'm holding it. Right? But if I could just do this and that would come up, that's magic because you can't understand how did I do that. Now, I believe that's what creativity is also. Creativity and magic have no difference. Creativity is a process, is a skill, is some kind of knowledge, some kind of intuition, some kind of thinking. People put in a lot of process behind it, and maybe they're not able to articulate that when they are showing this. And people who look at this are not able to understand how this guy must have done that. They say, wow, that's creative. You understand? It's not, I don't mean that in any negative sense. It's good to be creative. But a lot of times we do not really understand that creative is a process. And there is a very small community of these people around the world, not just in India now, which believes there is nothing called creative. I'm one of the designers. Because we believe everything has a process. So the moment you put a process behind it and do that diligently, properly, it becomes creative. For somebody, it becomes creative. Okay, so creative is also an output of a process. This is something which we have always believed in for the last 20 years. And we've been working in this field called design. We've been designing products, brands, companies, their offices, their buildings, their uniforms, their events like this ones. And we've always felt very strange and sometimes almost insulted when people say, you know, we might have worked for a year on creating an auto show which happens in Delhi and suddenly some cars are launched and all. People look around and say, oh, it's so creative. You know, it's like, you know, you say that word creative as if, oh, it came very simply to you. You didn't really have to do anything for that. But that's not true. It's actually a lot of hard work, a lot of learning, a lot of process, lots of conscious effort which goes into that. The reason I'm talking about this today is for the word, because I've been to put this word called innovation. And I really believe the same about innovation. It's another magic. Okay? The most wonderful thing about innovation is that everybody's talking about it today. Okay? When you go to a company and say, I'm a designer, they look at you and say, oh, you're an artist. You know, you'll make things nice. They will not believe that we understand engineering, we understand science, we understand chemistry. They say, oh, okay, you're an artist. You know, it's like a clear classification. But if I go and say, I'm an innovator, I'm a consultant on innovation, oh, I understand science, I understand business, I understand deployment. Okay? So that's funny, but it's happening like that. You must have seen those new IBM advertisements, yeah, which say in a hall like this, yeah, what are you doing? Ideating. Ideating about what? Yeah, true. And it's so true. It's very true. I'll give you examples when I'm going through this. We've just launched a Elephant University. I'm going to talk in detail about this. And I'm receiving calls from a few well-known HR guys which I know from very big companies saying, you know, this year we have marked 25 people for innovation. And we have so much budget given for innovation. And we are building a new building for innovation. But our problem is we don't know what to do there. So, gold mine. Okay. So, we've been working as designers Rajesh mentioned that we started this company called Elephant when we were in college. It is India's first design company. This started out of fear because we were very close friends, and suddenly we started realizing, agle saal we'll all go and we can't sit around the table the whole day and talk like we were doing. So that's going to be terrible, and we didn't want to do that. So we said, why not, let's open a company and we'll continue talking like this. And it happened. I mean, even now, we have a table around which we sit and we continue talking since morning to evening. It's even better now because earlier, somebody would say, incomplete, you have to finish this work. Now there's nobody to tell you that. And if some client calls, we tell them that we're brainstorming, we're discussing. So, creative people they can do all that. So, very soon into opening this design office, we realized that people pay you for design, and design is some kind of output. They don't pay you for thinking at all. Okay, so now I'll give you examples. What happens is we have a client, for example, who launched a very successful bank about 7-8 years back, one of the top banks in India, and our job was actually to design the retail for them, and basically a new kind of color scheme which will fight with Citibank, which it is fighting very successfully in the world. But what happened is, on the way, we ended up defining how those retail branches would actually function. How many people should be there, how many people should not be there, how it should be extremely technology-based, and how only 1 or 2 people should man this place. We went ahead and experimented with a new department called ATM, figured out that wherever you put ATM, your subscriptions go up. Though these things were happening in the West, but this was proved for the first time in the country, and client decided to deploy, say, 300 ATMs in Bangalore at a time when we had only 1 in Chandigarh, 1 in Ahmedabad, 2 or 3 in Bombay, just to test this out. And we got paid for that color scheme which we designed for the client. Okay. What we actually did was we ended up doing the whole strategy for his business, and we never got paid for that. We didn't even ask for it. It's just that, after you get paid, you feel a little bad. We also did that. We didn't ask for that. So we thought, let's add that word called strategy to our name. So the moment you do that now, when we give a document to our client, we charge for it. So that was the reason the strategy came in. Strategy, of course, it always comes before design. You cannot design unless you have a strategy. And that was a very timely move because we did go deep into strategy. We have people now who look into business, and over time we have landed up working with some clients into what we call transformation of the business. So we study the businesses and study their manufacturing capability, their markets, their packaging techniques, their distributions, and get back and say, okay, if you invest into this, you have this market opening up, this is how your distribution is going to be, and papers on everything, and we charge for it. And they'll end up, transforming everything. And in the end, we change the logo. Brand gets transformed. There's another thing which is happening around the world at the same time. And that's when this question started coming up, what's next? There are not many design companies in India, unfortunately, so it's not a big deal to become one of the best in that very small community. But what we realized is that it's not just being one of the best in India, you need to match up the best in the world. The competition we have today, I'm sure some of you are working in those companies who like to interact with the Firans, coming from UK and Australia, and we have to face that up every day. We have somebody in middle management in a large Indian company who would basically not go by the credentials, but would basically go for, if this company has done Shell, BP, this thing. Which petroleum company have you done? None. We didn't have a petroleum company in India to be done. So, when we were designing a car for Nissan, we were asked the same question. Have you designed any car? And we were looking around, there's no car which is designed in India. So how do you gain this experience? But anyway, so the competition is always with the best in the world, and this is a small community of designers in India, which I think by sheer chance, because they're competing with the best in the world, are today shaped up to be as good. Just some facts I thought I'll show at you, is that you agree with this, right? Even a Sunday newspaper contains more information than every 17th century citizen encountered in the whole bloody life. You know that. You, on your telephone, you carry more information than was there on our PC something like 7-8 years back. And it does much more things. So, what's happening? I mean, where is all this information leading us? There is a lot which is going into our head. We're watching a lot of TV, we watch Big Boss, we watch some singing competition, we watch news from 10 different angles, on 10 different channels with 10 different views. There's so much information which is coming in that there is, at some time we can say this is information saturation, but at the same time this is the information which can be tweaked in certain ways and leads to innovation. Okay. Also, that innovation is central to companies' strategy and performance. We did a research last year, and 7 out of 10 companies, Indian companies, have innovation as one of the values or one of the core this thing. Any company here, anyone from any company who believes that innovation is not one of the core values or profitability? Okay, yeah, I agree. It's not possible because today the kind of growth which we are seeing in India, innovation has to be there. At the same time, innovation is not design. We should be very clear. Innovation is not design. Design is a particular problem solving. The moment something appears on the horizon, you go and solve that. It is more like a firefighting. You understand the difference? Innovation is you have to be there a little ahead of time. You have to anticipate the fire before the fire happens. And probably design a solution before the fire ever happens. And sell it to people, make money on that, on a problem which may never happen. You get the difference. Okay? So that's the difference, innovation and design. But at the same time, design is the enabler of innovation. I'll qualify this a little later. So where are we going in terms of design? Okay, don't just believe that I'm going to show you black and white slides. I have some color pictures. No, and I see a lot of guys getting very worried. What is this? Really? Okay. Have you heard about this? Yes. Yeah, we practice this. You cannot be in a set, in a situation which is creating the problem and try and solve the problem. You have to get out of that situation and then sit and solve that problem. Okay? Or you can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking or same tools by using which we created the problems. So somebody needs to create those new tools. Okay? Now, the process of creation is the design, but the fact that you can identify those tools is innovation. So the area of design is expanding. Somebody said me no. Tata Motors Nano is an Indian design car. I think so that's happened now. The time I was talking, we designed a small car for Nissan for 4 years back, which is another, I think 2 or 3 years away before it comes. So the time I was talking about was not Nano. That's the time Mr. Tata thought about Nano. People believe Indica was also an Indian car, but it's not. It's designed in Italy. So without the understanding of the total context, the designers actually become the hairdressers in creative environments. So we become great stylers, which is true. And the moment I mentioned transformations, designers are becoming business consultants. And in a way, the design is getting corporatized by itself. The reason we are meeting Rajesh is that our company is growing, the number of people is growing, and we really don't know. It's very good when you are drawing something on the paper and take it across to the vendor, say, "Bana do," banake, he returns it to you. The moment you have to pass that paper through 15 other people and they have to add something, you don't know finally what will land up on your table, and you need somebody to help you with organizational development or whatever. There are two key characteristics of designers which work in this area. One is empathy and one is a flexible perspective. So basically they have a sense and care for a complete knowledge, completeness of the whole thing. You'll find that, I don't know if you've interacted with designers, if you're designing a magazine or if you're designing a identity program or you're designing an environment, there's always first a thirst for information on everything. Who's going to sit here, who's going to walk here, how somebody's going to do this, who will manage